And welcome back, folks. We are ready to go now with some Soul Calibur 5 action.
Oh, yeah.
And who is our first match for today?
Our first match is Kayane versus LinkRKC. We have the killer from France versus the Winter Brawl champion.
The killer from Texas. Well, the players are still getting ready, but I am really looking forward to seeing this match. And I can't believe the two heavy hitters are facing off this early in the tournament.
This whole bracket is heavy hitters. It's hard to, there's no free rounds. You got to fight your way through this one.
Of course, that always happens when you have a tournament. You know, you have fewer entrants, but when you have fewer entrants, you know that all the players are going to be killers, and that's what's happening today. So LinkRKC from Dallas. Of course, I'm from Texas myself. A big fan of the scene out there. And okay, so I played Soul Calibur. I was more of a, you could say, casual Soul Calibur player. I played Soul Calibur 2 in arcades like everybody else.
Yeah.
I played SC3 on console and on arcade. And SC4 I kind of glossed over, but I've been getting back into Soul Calibur 5 and been trying to, learn a lot about the system and stuff. So one thing I noticed is guard impacts in this game take meter now. Can you explain that for us?
They do take meter, and it was a development decision because a lot of the critical edges, you can't guard impact them at all.
Okay.
So if the guard impact didn't cost meter, it would be like guard impact free super, and it would get kind of silly.
Right. So it would be sort of like a guaranteed super anytime you guessed a successful parry.
Most definitely. And it evolved even so to where it's become a meter management tactic because you can use it to spend meter and then attack to force your opponent to spend meter back at you.
Okay.
So in a lot of matches where you find your EX moves, you don't have a lot of chances to land your supers, then there are still ways to spend your meter and pressure your opponent. So now they have to use their meter to fight you back as opposed to they just get to stock their meter and they get to use their EX moves to wield an advantage over you.
Okay. And I also know that there's a way to spin meter to sort of power up your special moves. I think that's called Brave Edge, right?
There are Brave Edge moves. They're very similar to EX moves in a Street Fighter game.
Okay. And how are those performed?
Those are performed by hitting A plus B plus K during the move startup.
Okay.
Typically you have to do it very quickly after you do the first button.
Got it.
It's almost like a button roll. Or you can almost think of it like a plink if you're a Street Fighter player.
Sure, that makes sense. So just basically hitting the buttons kind of right after you push the button to do the special move.
Exactly. Just bam, bam,
that makes
1, 2.
sense.
And then those are all powered up versions of moves. Depending on your character, there's a lot of different uses for them. Some characters you want to spend meter on combos. You want to spend meter on supers. Or then some characters, like Nightmare, for example, he's actually found a lot of success with GIs.
Okay. Well, if you guys notice on the screen now, we have our Sony Xperia smartphone poll. You can text or tweet who you think is going to win this match to the number on the bottom of the screen. Text Kayane if you think that Kayane is going to take this, and text LinkRKC if you think that DFW is going to take this. Man, to be honest, I have no idea who's going to win. This is going to be the first face-off with these two players.
This is the first tournament showdown between top American player and top French player.
Right, which historically have been rivals.
Yes, they've been rivals all the way back. And now we get to see the first comparison of the scenes. And I'm really hyped. See Link making his way on the stage.
So who do you like in this match, Tim?
Yes, America.
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 All right.
Come on.
I love America, personally.
I mean, I'm not going to, I want to see America win, but who knows? It's still a wild card.
I've never been to France, but I have a feeling that if I had been in both places, I would still love America with all my heart and soul.
I'm American, born and raised.
Although I've heard France is a great place. I have two friends who visited France just this past summer, and they talked to me about it the whole time.
Yeah, as well as there's a lot of community players who've made it over to France, and they all come back saying beautiful things about the country.
Yeah, and I've heard great things about the scene in Paris. I know there are a few arcades out there, too. There's Arcade Street, which is, I see a lot of pictures of that one on the internet and stuff. It looks awesome. I would love to visit it. So
yeah, most definitely. Personally, I'd be more interested in the wineries.
Okay.
All my friends and family who have gone there on vacation say that the local wineries in France are absolutely amazing.
That's awesome. You know, I'm not a wine connoisseur myself.
Neither am I.
More of a beer person, but I would love to be knowledgeable about wine too.
Yeah.
That's a goal for later in life.
Most definitely. No, the reason I'm hyped for that is when French players came over for Evo, one of them brought me a bottle of wine as a gift because I was housing them.
That's so
and
nice.
That was the greatest wine I've ever had.
Okay, well that's a
amazing.
great first impression. Thank you, France, for that wine.
Yeah, French players are amazing. They got that hospitality.
Well, the players are finally ready to get started. They have completed their button check and are now choosing characters.
Let's rock.
And it looks like we've got Kayane going with Leisha, which is basically a very similar character to Zhanghua from previous games. And I believe that's a character that Kayane is famous for.
Yes, that's a character she's known for. She's been known to play Natsu, so I wouldn't be surprised if she went to Natsu if she loses some games.
Okay.
But I would expect to see her lead Leisha in most of everything.
Okay, and who is LinkRKC using?
Ivy. He always uses Ivy.
Right, Ivy specialist.
Yeah, he's been an Ivy specialist, very character loyal, does not counterpick. And he was actually the guy who beat Thuggish Pons at the last major in Soul Calibur 3.
Oh, spectacular.
That was the most amazing Soul Calibur 3 match ever. And it's in a match that's with a character everyone considered to be mid-low tier in a game where Zhanghua was S+ tier.
S+ or whatever.
Yeah. She was God tier. And that man, he's a robot. He will find a way.
Well, I can't wait to see what he can do against Kayane's Leisha.
I can't wait to see what stage gets picked.
That is going to make a difference.
There we go. Oh, we got the rafts.
Okay, so this is a very small stage, right? No walls.
Small stage, no walls, just ring outs on all four sides.
Okay.
And depending on when the match ends, the match can change. Early on, players seem to be poking around, feeling each other out. Kayane strikes first, but not really taking much wake up. That's still kind of even. Again, Kayane takes initiative, and it pays off. But she seems to want to go back to the mid-range game. I don't think she wants to fight Ivy near the ring edge. There's a lot of points where Ivy can duck and flip you over her head.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, if you fight Ivy by the ring edge, highs are potentially killers for her. And there's a Criminal Symphony getting in there with that huge damage command throw.
That is a complicated motion for that command throw, correct?
Yes. They changed it in this. Oh, he didn't block. He did not know there was a Quake coming after that. Wow. Link on blast for missing his matchup knowledge.
Well, Kayane definitely taking the initiative and trying to prove her prowess in the first round.
Definitely. All right, there we go.
Ivy near the edge now, very dangerous position.
Yes. At the same time, she's not pressuring with highs at that point.
Okay.
She's playing it very smart. A lot of times, I really feel like those players took the first rounds to feel each other out. Now, Link on the verge of death. There it is. Big combos. And he's got a blinking red bar. There we go. We got the stage change. Now we have two walls and two edges to ring out. It's still a square about the same size.
Okay.
And there's that Leisha Brave Edge. Sidestepping move that puts everybody on blast. All right. Ivy now starting to spend some of that meter. Ooh. Beautiful cancel in a command throw, but it doesn't pay off. Nice sidestepping. Oh, there we go. And now Link on the verge of taking his first round.
And there he goes.
All right. Getting back in there, saying, no, I will not lay down. You will have to take this one. Ooh. There's the break. And now, ooh, he didn't try to tech out of that one. Now Kayane with a big lead. Link strikes back. Ooh, no. Wow, she's blowing him up for trying those command throws.
Wow, and there's a critical edge. That comboed amazing.
Yes, Leisha can combo or critical edge in tons of places, but in most circumstances, you want to hold the meter because it doesn't do a ton of damage.